walking through the woods by myself in an anchor point. This is right in front of my house. I'm gonna switch the camera around and let you guys see the view instead of looking at me. Let's see if I don't screw this all up. There we go. See all the bunny tracks. Curious what this black stuff is on this tree. Boy, I'm gonna have to go look this up because I have no idea what this is. I thought it was a young chaga, but it doesn't appear to be. No distinctive smell to it. If anyone knows what this is growing on an alder tree, let me know. As much as I've been out in the woods, there's seldom something I have not seen. But that's one right there. There's been so many wolves in my area lately. I haven't had any moose at all around, which is really strange. Because usually I'm almost getting charged by moose in the winter. Once the river gets frozen and I can get across, and we'll start exploring some of the old abandoned bases, secret listening posts from the 1960s that are over here right up this hill. I'll snowshoe over there, but I got to be able to safely cross the river first, and I don't want to get wet. Oh, here we go. Look at these lynx tracks. I knew I'd find some fresh ones. These are from this morning because it snowed last night. So he might be up in the top of a tree. There's some bigger trees up here. Maybe we'll get a chance to see them. You can see how big these lynx tracks are compared to my hand. He went over here by this tree. Check that out. It's like he hung out there for a while. Then he went over here toward the river. So neat. I'll come back and do a short with those, with a couple pictures of those so people can see them that don't watch my lives. There's his tracks again. I'm coming up on where he crossed. I don't want to scare him out of the area, so I'm going to back off those lynx's tracks. Because I don't want him to think I'm hunting him. So the lynx and the rabbits in Alaska are tied together. So I'm sure they are in most places. And once the rabbit cycle starts up, what the rabbit cycle is, we'll have tons and tons and tons of snowshoe bunnies. They'll be literally everywhere. And then they'll all die off all at once. And then you won't hardly see any for a few years. And all of a sudden, as they're back again with a vengeance, and there's rabbits everywhere. And the lynx kind of lag in between those cycles a little bit. It's like it's offset. There's a lot of food. The mother lynx has a bunch more kittens. And then there's a lot of lynx for a while. And then the rabbits die off, and then the lynx kind of die off a bit too. And it's just a cycle that's been going on for eons. Probably since the last ice age. I'm just giving a good look here to see if there's any bunnies under this brush. Usually the bunnies, all you'll see is a round black eyeball. And they'll be snuggled up under this alder brush. Well, that's what I said I was going to find before I even came out in the woods. And I was able to find it. And I'm wondering what these tracks are. They're in a straight line. I'm almost thinking that maybe this is a domesticated pheasant that got loose. I know that sounds crazy in Alaska, but I had one fly up from by the mailbox that must have got loose from someone's farm. Oop. Oh, falling through the ice. Get out of there. Here's where that bird walked back that way. Could be a ptarmigan too. Every once in a while a windstorm will we'll push a ptarmigan across from the other side of the inlet out of a flock, and we'll make it all the way over here and just hang out. I'm looking closer at these tracks, thinking maybe it is a ptarmigan. This is kind of where I would expect the lynx to be. Maybe taking a nap up top in one of these branches on these big pine trees. There's a really nice big thick one up here, and maybe up there. Some old moose tracks. And lynx tracks are going right to that tree. You can see that lynx trail right there, just like I thought. Yep. Sure enough. Right exactly where I said they'd go, huh? It's like he kept going. There's some old chicken of the woods mushrooms underneath this tree. I'll come back next year and get myself a feed of the chicken of the woods mushrooms when they're in season. And back off this lynx trail again. Yeah, nice place for a cat nap. For a snow cat. Again, if you're just joining, this is in Anchor Point, Alaska. And I think that's about it for tonight's stream. So I got to get back and get ready for church before too long here. So I hope you like this little walkabout in the woods. Thanks for joining me as always. And if you want to support my channel, it's just paypal.me/PikeA, PIKE/A. And thank you guys so much for joining me and for supporting my channel. Love you guys. God bless all of you.